All right,
Easy, you're in it.
man. I just want to point out that China has been going around to these islands in the Pacific trying to strike deals for fishing rights. So
yeah, and Trump said let them fish right off their fucking coast.
CNN and NBC, right. All these people like that are reporting these things.
No, I mean, literally Trump's sitting in the fucking, in his office signing the executive order, talking about it.
No, the reason why it's relevant is because the justification for the reason why you have to move so far out is because you're going to be pulling fish by mass, and that might affect the ecosystem of the fish or the ocean life that's around your actual island, right?
Yeah, but the lobster fishermen are allowed to come down off the coast of Maine and catch lobsters, but the ones in Maine have to go so many miles.
Bro, are you okay? You sound like Bob right now. This is crazy.
No, he's just rigorous.
I think everyone here wanted the room to be about fishing rights.
I still want to know about how the people in Bali go.
Andrew, can you tell us your position on the law of the sea treaty?
In defense of the royal government of Kenya, requesting you surrender your weapons and cease your march so that you may be arrested and returned to your island.
Please inform the general that I should like to come and speak with him. I have no fight with him.
And earlier, Andrew, the question that I was asking was actually to post by resuscitating the conversation earlier.
Soldiers of the 5th Regiment, do you recognize me? Do you recognize me, soldiers?
Understanding of what affirming somebody's
I miss you. I'm melancholy for my home.
That was the whole point of that together being taken as far as God.
Will you join me?
God, gender stuff. Yeah, God, doing that would be to just stir it back up because there were believers that were on stage that believed that you were going too far, that you were affirming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So when I said that God has coupled this from the beginning, who are we as peons coupled with God has done, it was to lift those guys back up to try to get back into the argument.
Okay, thank you, Samoa. Now, can I point at you, Samoa, and say, Samoa, what is your best argument?
That's racist.
Therefore am I the outset of the quest and also the goal thereof.
I checked 2 minority
And I am the way of life.
Okay.
This is my hidden being.
So it allows U.S. flag vessels to fish commercially within 50 to 200 nautical miles of the PRIMNF boundaries.
Rich.
And then the 2009 was established by Bush, and it was expanded by President Obama, closing off 400,000 square miles of the U.S. exclusive economic zone in the Pacific.
Can you start teaching us about tort law now? Are there any other sessions?
Yeah.
Okay, tort law is actually kind of cool. Anyway. Welcome to Chillizum.
Oh, thank God you're back, Holly.
Talk about politics.
Praise Israeli.
Religion, race, and
fishing rights.
Philosophy.
Praise be Netanyahu.
I don't have no
she's
I can't even get
I appreciate y'all points.
Let Tally finish.
No, Tally, I love you too. Well, let her finish.
Oh, I just wanted to point people to the house. White belts are us. We have fun here. There's lots of back and forth about the named themes. And I'm posting our Discord to the chat. A lot of the Rich doesn't go anywhere because he doesn't fit in.
No one likes it there.
Actually, people post articles all the time. A lot of the conversations that end up here start over there.
Wait, Monica's name's North American Day.
So fucking retarded. Also, fair warning, free speech. We don't report, we don't dox. God damn it. What you're witnessing is autism.
There was this dude named Bobo Tally.
I resemble that.
Let's make America great again.
So just real quick, Tally. So this dude named Bob came in here and swung an axe at me, and when I ducked the axe, he caught Rich and hit Rich head.
That makes sense. So Samoa, for the third time, my brother.
What's up, bro?
Can you give your best argument against atheism?
Oh no, I got Ethan's.
Those that are godless or soulless. That's the best argument I can give.
That's not an argument.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you?
An argument to claim.
Are you joking?
Why
Yeah.
that, Samoa? What's that? Tell us more. Godless people are soulless?
Yeah, they're empty vessels.
That's a claim, not an argument.
Can you demonstrate that?
Surely you
Simone?
get prison, Phil.
Yeah, like people that are enlightened like me have God in their life.
No.
That's a
People that are
claim.
Yeah,
That's a claim.
Simone, for example, Uncle Bob down there, no God, right? He says no God. So,
Right, and you see what happened to him.
Stop. Can you demonstrate how he's soulless?
Yeah, you just seen what happened on stage.
I did see what happened on stage, but I'm still not quite convinced. I'm getting there, but can you push it over the edge? Can you motivate it?
Wait, I've got an idea for how to motivate it. Bob, do you have a soul?
What's a soul?
There you go.
What's a soul?
I know, not asking you, Dominic. Asking Bob. Bob, do you have?
Bob laughed at you. Bob laughed at you.
No, that's
No,
he didn't.
Dominique for the past.
I just need Bob to answer real quick.
Yo,
Do you
I
have
got a question for you.
Guys, can we let Ethan cook?
Wait.
Let him cook!
Wait, Samoa, are they godless because they don't have a soul, right? Or is it like, what's the reverse? Or they don't have a soul because, are they godless because they don't have a soul?
Are they soulless because they don't have a God?
Yeah, exactly.
They are soulless because they don't have a God.
So are they justified then in not having a God?
Of course.
Okay, so they're just doing what they do, right?
Right.
They're doing their
Simone, please. Simone, please.
They're doing
All
their
right,
work.
there you go.
So this is why you didn't care. Is this why you don't care about truth? I mean, you don't take any of the scriptures.
What do you mean, Andrew?
Do you care about proselytizing and defending the faith, contending for the faith?
No.
No. Okay. So why not?
It's just not an interest of mine. I think that when people get into these type of quarrels, it's healthy for them in some way or another. But as we just seen what happened to Bob, it can become very destructive. And sometimes you have to be measured in the engagement. So.
Yeah, but wait. If somebody comes up to you and says, Samoa, why do you believe in God? What's the reason you give? I think that's a very fair question.
Because he has a soul.
Because I want to.
Yeah.
Because I do.
He said, shit, I might be. And then he did the little sound over there, the zoo.
He's trying to make this point over and over is like what you value and know your family structure growing up is obviously going to affect your life more than whether people are racist to you. Like if your family loves you and then you value education and hard work, you think that some racists are going to stop you? Like they'll only stop you if they murder you. You know what I mean?
Digestion to consciousness.
Which has happened in history.
Yeah, so I think you raised some challenging points here, right? It's not easy to know how to attribute or how to explain, I guess, some of the issues you're highlighting, some of the community challenges you're highlighting. You probably can't explain them all with the boot. And then another explanation people like to use, probably not helpful, is that it's just due to people's ethnicity, more or less. And then, okay, if you seek for something else, then that's at least difficult. You know, it's more difficult than either of those explanations. So I think that's a challenge, for sure. But it's one of many challenging topics with the issue that you've raised, you know.
When I go into black spaces on this app and say, hey, no, what would probably be the most helpful thing in the world is if we we got black people a bunch of skills, like we put federal money into jobs training for becoming
Flora!
a chemist and a accountant.
Don't worry, Flora.
Salesman,
I don't have recordings
dentist,
of your voice.
That's gonna be the most helpful thing. And then they're like, no, absolutely not. That's not the most helpful thing. Actually, it's bro, why do you not think that people will pay you money if you have skills? I don't care how racist they are. They're not gonna people will pay for your thing. Jews have known throughout history, we can be hated, but if we make a good deal, you'll take it. They get hella mad, but you think that maybe skill acquisition is important.
Well,
Is that
yeah,
Mr.?
Like, no matter what we do, it's taken away from us. This kind of thing has happened to the Jews as well, right?
Sam, somebody's streaming you in another room.
What do you mean streaming?
It's
Like
this
somebody's
guy,
streaming your
Doge.
voice.
Yeah,
Somebody's streaming you in another room. Like now.
Like this video.
Someone's
right now.
someone's recording this right now.
Oh no, I busted!
Can you guess who it is?
Oh, they busted me.
I don't know. No.
Well, I mean, you don't know who Adrian Dittman is?
No.
Okay, he's Doge MAGA down in the audience.
Oh, okay.
Kick that guy out. Don't do that. Don't do that, Adrian. No, just kick him. Just kick him.
Oh, okay.
Kick him. Just kick
Get
him.
out of here, Adrian. Knock that shit off. What the hell is wrong with you, Adrian?
Oh, so boring.
Your empire, and now the empire has lasted 250 years, and it is on its downfall. That's just it.
Where's Mondo? Did you get kicked off again?
Oh, mister, you ruined all my fun, mister. Oh, you're such a trickster, mister. Good job, mister. What a waste of
I had a
time.
little spazzo this morning with a bunch of people talking about his
We used to go to Dallas quite a bit because we were right there in Texas.
I find that quite
It was still
interesting
like
and
about
funny. Mondo being this heavy Christian and believing in God, God doesn't really have his back.
Of it to you, the way you understand things.
God has my back.
Yeah, so I think I have to accept what you're saying to be truthful, right?
Correct.
And I think I can control that.
Okay, but it's not that you can control it. I'm saying when something makes sense to you, like the make sense bell goes off, ding, it makes sense. Did you decide that it makes sense? Did you choose that it made sense? Or did
I think that it just makes sense.
Exactly. So
Right.
if you're convinced of something that makes sense, it's not by choice, right?
Yeah, so I think it's a little bit more complicated than that. So, like, for example, you bring up something, like, let's say, use your chess analogy, right?
Okay.
You say, hey, you can do this here or do that there. I could either stop at the very moment and be convinced that this is the best possible move, or I can keep searching for a better move.
Correct.
And if I were to find a better move, I chose not to address what you just pointed out.
No, that's fine. But look, you choosing to move forward has nothing to do with you being convinced. I'm saying, when you have become convinced have you ever become convinced of a thing?
By going through that process I just described.
Well, regardless of the process, at one moment you were not, and then at one moment you were convinced.
Yeah, I go through a process.
Did you choose to be convinced, or did it just happen?
Yeah, so I made a lot of choices before I got to that point.
Perfect, but it just happened after the choices, right?
It's a result of my choices, yeah.
Correct, but what do you mean by your choice? Are you saying that you chose to be convinced, or the actions that led up to that moment allowed you to realize something that you didn't once realize?
Yeah, the inquiry in itself is what I've chosen. The outcome of
that's
it
fine.
is what I'm
Look, that's fine. I'm talking about what the idea of the concept of being convinced of a thing, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I don't know how else to say it. So that's the outcome of all the choices I made to be convinced. Like it's 2 plus 2, the answer would be the convincing.
No. Look. Okay, can I convince you that the sky is red?
Damn, they kicked me. And apparently Chillism has like a no kicking policy, so I'm the exception, apparently. And as you could tell, this is the song that never ends, and it's the stupidest shit you've ever heard in your life. But they just keep going.
Like already mad, the local girls were like always coming on base with us, so they were like kind of jealous already. And then one of my homeboys, I didn't even know he was at the center of this shit. He goes and starts like talking to the other dude, and I guess he had his I guess he was doing something weird with his hands, and dude thought he was making a fist. So dude like just punched him. Dude was like mad drunk.
In the history of mankind.
Because he had seen him looking
Adrian
at
Dittman's back. Welcome, Adrian Dittman. Just kidding. When I say welcome, I mean not welcome.
They're kicking me. Everybody's kicking me now. I wonder why. Why doesn't anyone want to have me in the room?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Are you here to drink?
Rabbi, why does everybody want to kick me from the room? Every single room I'm going in, I'm getting kicked. Why? They keep saying I'm recording their room, and my name is Adrian Dittman, and nobody likes me. Why? What are they talking about that's so important?
I don't know what to put there. All I can tell you is, I would like to talk to you, man. I don't care if you record the room.
Yeah, who cares?
It's just impossible to have a conversation with you.
Really? What's so impossible about it? What are you talking about?
Like, it's impossible to have a conversation with you around, so I have to move into the audience. How are you doing?
How was the gym, Fatty?
It was good. I had a good workout.
Yeah? What was her name?
The gym. I broke a sweat. When was the last time you broke a sweat? When was the last time you broke a sweat?
This morning, actually.
Really? What do you do? What do you?
I have a full home gym, squat rack.
Oh, so you're in great shape.
Not as good as I could be, but.
Well, no one's ever as good as they could be. There's just now.
This is true.
You're always thinking about the future. You're like somebody who's obsessed with the Holocaust hypnosis. Yeah, Holocaustianity.
Oh my god, you guys are so gay. It's impossible to have a room where we can have a discussion.
What do you mean? He's always talking about the J words.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the uncaused cause and Edmund's love handles.
Oh my god. Simon. Where's Simon?
You can't handle all the love, the agape.
Where's Simon?
I don't know if Simon is. He hasn't been online. Well, I don't know because I can't. I got banned. Unfollowed.
Have you got Carson blocked?
No. Oh, but I didn't follow him, did I?
I have no idea.
That's what happens when you keep doing that. Let me find.
That's right.
Oh, you follow Mr. Edwards. Oh my god. Oh my god.
They kicked me from the chillism room like 3 times today. Yesterday, they kicked 6 of my accounts.
So, I give in.
I've never been.
There's nothing interesting, honest to God. There are no interesting rooms. This is just a way to waste your time because I'm lazy.
Black queens arguing because they're unemployed. Like there's just, I don't know. It's crazy.
I had a room yesterday called "Why Are There So Many Black Men and Women on This App During Work Hours?"
Really?
Yeah, I mean, why? Like, how is that possible? How can people be in the chillism room for 3 to 4 years, 7 days a week, literally 18 hours a day?
Maybe you're projecting a little bit. How is it?
No, it's an accurate assessment. Listen, it may be projection, but it's still accurate.
That's right.
I admit I'm my own worst enemy, but like, if I'm my own worst enemy, how could there be so many people who are capable of being their own worst enemy just like me? It's impossible. So what? How do they support themselves?
Unless you are being paid to be here.
Well, I am being paid to be here, but I'm not being paid directly to be here. I'm not being paid. I'm not being compensated to create recordings here on YouTube, obviously.
Mossad's not paying you?
Yo, wouldn't that be nice if Mossad had a nice checking account for me in Tel Aviv and they're like, you're doing great work for the Jewish Empire. The Jewish kingdom. You're doing great work for the Jewish kingdom. Oh, yeah, every Jew is so proud of you for debating J haters.
Social following, they would pay you, actually. There's actually someone leaked a spreadsheet.
Excel, yeah.
Where they were showing the amount of followers and the reach and stuff and how much they pay you.
Well, I saw Kamala Harris's list leak of all the influencers that she hired for her campaign, and they were also paid to shit on Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who just came out today saying that.
Fuck Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Fuck him.
Yeah, because he's bad for business.
Yeah,
He's
but
dead to me.
Yeah, but what were you about to say?
That he just had a press conference and he was talking about autism rates in young people, and he said California, 1 in 10 people are autistic because they have the highest vaccination rate in the entire country. So if you raise a child in California, you have like a 1 in 10 you have a 10% chance that your child is going to be autistic because of the vaccine regimen.
So he is saying that there is a link between vaccination and autism.
Yeah, cause and effect.
In my
Ethno-state.
in my geographic area, it's 16%.
You just said ethno-state. I live in an ethno-state.
That's right.
I love when he says it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, a lot of that stuff
16% more
heavy metal.
No, bro, it's the water. What are you talking about? It's the water.
So what? But why do you mind? Like, honestly, I would like to have other kids be put at a disadvantage relative to my kids. So if other people have autistic kids because they vaccinate them, that's good.
Spoken like a true Jew.
Yeah, but then they're gonna have, like, Down syndrome.
But then
Randy is the full embodiment of if you can't beat them, join them, right? He get evicted from his land by the Jews, and now he just wants to be like them.
Yeah, but then
why would I want your kids to compete with my kid?
Yeah, but then your young boy is gonna have to partner with
compete with mine.
But then your boy is gonna have to have a child with a girl with Downs.
That's not true.
I mean, you're not gonna have anybody in the pool. You're not gonna have enough in the pool. It's not competing directly, especially when we're talking about the other sex.
We can have a community of those who are not vaccinated.
Yeah,
but I want the majority to be vaccinated. Now your kid turned out to be retarded. That's good. That makes my kid's life easier.
Yeah, but that doesn't make your kid's life easier if he's a male and there's like a shortage of marriageable females. And his autism is more likely.
I've never been an autistic girl. Autism is significantly
Get your wife
more likely
from abroad, man. Why can't you get your wife from abroad? Why can't you migrate?
Yeah, I'm going to Poland.
Why can't you do all these things?
I mean,
I lived in 3 countries.
Of course, she wants to go to the ethno state of Europe.
Yeah, I am. I think I'm actually, maybe not this summer, but next summer. I swear to God, if I don't have a decent wife or kid by then, I'm going to Poland.
You're like the American Bald and Bankrupt. Have you ever seen that? No, he's literally there's a YouTube channel. The guy's called Bald and Bankrupt. If you not seen it.
Yeah, I've seen that. I know who you're talking about. It's pretty interesting.
World, like
yeah.
Indian bitches or whatever country he goes to, like it's.
Imagine this guy making babies, dude. Just imagine
like,
that.
No, this literally, like, this is what this fucking guy. Like, he loves Indian bitches, right? Like, wasn't this some Indian doctor or some shit you were trying to pull?
Yeah, I was dating this Indian
doctor. He's like the American Bald and Bankrupt. This motherfucker, and without a following.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of look. We need to get real, and there's a lot of false and fake altruism, and. Like, you and I both know you don't...
You are fucking altruism word.
Because you and I both know that you don't care about other people's kids. Stop acting like you do. I don't care about their kids.
I don't advocate for the kids to, like, be fucked up so my kids can have it easier.
Why not?
I don't know. It doesn't sound like a good idea. Plus, my kids aren't going to be... My kids are going to be, like, made out of sterner stuff to where they're going to be able to compete. I don't need no participation trophy.
Okay, but you don't want to push them forward in every... Isn't that your job? Is to make sure you push them forward in every possibility?
Yeah, but you're not making them stronger for the world.
You can wish people well.
I want to make them as strong as I can.
It's a different thing to wish them.
I want to make their competition. Oh my God! I want to make them.
It's not good enough that I win. Randy believes it's not good enough that I win. You must lose.
No. Like you did. Like you're. If you want to build a tall building, your way to do that is not to make all the other buildings smaller. It's just to build the tallest building.
But if you want to have the tallest building, you seek to build the tallest building. Meanwhile, you inhibit others from building tall buildings.
Yeah, that's
bullshit. You maximize the likelihood of you ending up with the tallest building.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
No, that's not bullshit.
No, it's not real then. It's not real then.
it is
So,
real because
if
your job is like, I agree with you.
you're like and he's like a modern day Tanya Harding, man. Just like had your boyfriend like just fucking hobble the chick, man, didn't win your gold medal.
I'm just saying that I agree with you when you say that it's your job to teach your kid to be the most competitive and to be good and to be able to overachieve and all. I'm with you. However, I'm saying to ensure that he has a proper status in life, let us now inhibit.
It is not enough that my child shall win. Your child must lose.
But there's no winning and losing. Things are relative. The more your kid loses, the more.
It's not that my child must win. Your child must suffer.
No, but the more your child suffers, the less my child suffers.
That's right. I know. That's what the fuck I'm saying.
We all suffer in life. So the question is, who's gonna suffer? Is it gonna be my kid or is it gonna be yours? I would choose yours any day.
What if your kid suffers more than the kid that you want to suffer? Because you have to live with
I don't
him.
vaccinate them. No. I'm trying to make your kids more autistic so that your kid can't compete with mine. Now my kid can suffer due to other reasons. My job is to push
Randy, how can
forward
they be
everywhere I
busy
can.
little consumers that you can profit from if you make them autistic? Autistic kids just sit and watch YouTube on their iPads, bro.
He does got a point there.
Let's say
that's not very profitable. That's not very profitable.
Let's say for natural causes.
You only get to buy a new
turns out to
iPad
be
once every 3 years or
my
so.
God,
You know what I mean?
can you hear me or like? Can you guys hear me or?
It's not very profitable. This goes against your other ethics.
What I'm telling you is, imagine your kid, for natural reasons, turning out to be retarded. Wouldn't he be better off if other kids are also retarded? Or do you think he'll be better off if he's the only one who wins? In other words,
this is like the same Republican argument. I mean, it's always the same stupid inversion with you, which is just a waste of time. I mean, if you want to have an interesting conversation, this is not interesting.
No, it is. Because if you have accessibility, okay, wheelchair accessibility to schools. If your kid is on a wheelchair, but there's no wheelchair accessibility, now your kid doesn't go to school, other kids do. Now, if all other kids are on wheelchairs, now no one goes to school. Therefore, yes, my child doesn't benefit, but relatively he remains unharmed.
Yeah, but you keep on using that, you're not using that analogy though. You're using the analogy that you are basically hobbling the other kids and putting them in wheelchairs. It's a much different thing.
Well, yes, because what if my kid turns out to be in a wheelchair? I would rather have other kids also be in a wheelchair.
Get them wheelchairs with them aggressive angles so you can play basketball in them.
That's dark. You're making fun of wheelchair people.
No, you ain't never seen wheelchair basketball? This shit's impressive, man.
I think it's hilarious, but I think it's dark.
They go fast, man. They go real fast.
Yeah,
they're made for speed, man. They're built for speed.
I know they go fucking. But what I'm trying to tell you is, simply, you are mathematically, put all the emotions aside, think like a psychopath. Mathematically speaking, your kid does have a better shot at life if you ensure that other kids are worse off. Simply, this is what it is. I'm saying.
Well, have you seen the movie Gattaca? It's genetics versus willpower.
Imagine a world where we have one pizza. We cannot have more pizzas. Fewer slices for your kid is more slices for my kid. We can't have more pizzas.
See, listen, that's not even, this is stupid. But the point is, in the movie Gattaca, it's willpower over genetics. And in the end, willpower beats out the premium genetics. So, what I'm trying to say is, these aren't...
Are you saying if your kid is on a wheelchair, all he has to do is will to walk?
No, what I'm saying is these mRNA vaccines, which are technically editing genetics for young people and causing biological breakdowns, hence autism and other syndromes and diseases as a result, the surprise deaths, or the adverse reaction, but what's the outlier called? What is it? It's the unattributed deaths that are statistically significant beyond the average from like the past 20 years, 40 years. Like all these outliers of people who have gotten the ZAV are suffering at a much like a 5% higher rate. So anyways, it's all out there in the media. Everybody knows that that big pharma and their platform medicine and genetic editing is causing serious medical problems, killing people, heart disease, so this has been going on for years. So the point is, if everybody's sick, but my kid didn't get the ZAV because I homeschooled him and refused to, have a hospital ZAV him, I hired like a midwife or something. My kid will thrive, but your kid will die prematurely. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's good for my kid. You have to have a network for economic purposes.
But I'm not talking about that. When it comes to that, you're right. Okay, because what happened here? Nothing. Just there's fewer other kids. Well, actually, I can say that benefits my kid in the sense that there's less competition out there. If he were to occupy the same position, more it's not because if he was to clean. If it was not, if that kid who died was destined to clean toilets, then his life of existence doesn't benefit my child. I'm not saying
all the kids die, well, he'll have to clean his own toilets.
Yeah, but exactly. So that's why I'm saying it. So when it comes to death, that's a separate story. I'm not saying the kids should die. I'm just saying that they should live. Yeah, they should be at a disadvantage relative to my kid. Now, how do you do that? You maximize the possibility of success for your child by pushing his life forward and by pushing their life backward, not ending their life, just pushing it backwards. For example, private school, public school. I want your kids to go to public school. I don't want them to go to private school.
What is your point? What's your point in all this? Because I can't do this much longer. This is getting really stupid.
It's very. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You need to gatekeep. So we have private schools. Private schools are accessible for those who can afford them. But they exist. Okay, now that I can afford the private school, I want to make sure you can. Because now you have to send your kid to a public school where he gets molested and brainwashed. And now
that's why I say this is the same Republican shtick. This is the same comedy routine you do every time.
How?
You go back to the song that never ends. It's the same song with you every time. It's not even new original content. This is just regurgitated content. I heard this 3 years ago. I heard this 2 years ago. I heard this 30 minutes ago. It's the same shit every time with you. All right, listen, I got to go to the shawarma factory and pick up some kanafa. I'll be back.
I simply don't see how I'm wrong, though. Like, that's what's missing here.
No, you're never wrong. You're always listen, your routine is your routine, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. I'm just saying it's your routine.
That's why you get kicked, because there's no conversation.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's beneficial. Gatekeeping is beneficial. Otherwise people wouldn't do it.
Well, what an interesting word, man. Shawarma.
Gatekeeping?
Shawarma.
Way to go. Ignore everything I'm telling you. Ignore that gatekeeping is a concept. Ignore it. It doesn't exist.
No. I understand gatekeeping.
So why does gatekeeping exist? Why do you think gatekeeping exists?
I mean, the velvet rope exists for a reason, man.
No, gatekeeping exists exactly for the reason.
Yeah, but the velvet rope is the same concept, though, in a nightclub. Like, you keep the riffraff out. Sometimes it's exclusivity. There's a lot of, like, psychological things in it as well.
It's not just that. Like, Ivy League schools. I don't want everyone to be able to go. Ivy League schools. If I go to an Ivy League, my kid can go to an Ivy League.
That's pretty much done now, though, with all the participation trophy bullshit that they've done.
I don't know that. I don't know if it is or not. But regardless,
I mean, if you go to certain disciplines, then absolutely you would still have the same deal. But if you're getting an English degree from an Ivy League school, I'm like just looking at you funny.
That's not my point. I'm telling you, it is very well gate kept. I don't want you to focus on whether they do it or not, or they did it or not. I'm telling you, it was a thing. We can admit to that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but there's a reason why gatekeeping happens.
Yeah, and I just said like two things, but I said there's a myriad of other reasons why. Hell, sometimes it makes you be family-related.
It does boil down to me. When it comes to Ivy League, if you graduate from Ivy League schools, companies, they are the ones who reach out to you to hire you.
Yeah,
What you learn is the same thing. It doesn't matter any university you go to. You learn the same thing.
Legacy, Rabbi, if you're already a legacy, though, you already got a leg up, so you already have those connections that the Ivy League allegedly would give you anyway. And
no, they won't. No, they won't. No, there's no way you could, because
if your dad's name is on a fucking building on an Ivy League school, you have all those connections already. I'm sorry, you just do.
Correct. However, if you're in that situation, you wouldn't even want to be hired to begin with. But what I'm trying to tell you is, most of those who go to the Ivy League schools, they don't have their dad's name on a building. There's not that many buildings.
Yeah, but the legacies make up like what 30-some% of the admissions. They make up a large chunk of admissions. Newcomers is a very small amount, man. You and I are outsiders. You're gonna be viewed like Trump is.
I'm just giving it as an example. Let's not get.
I'm just saying, like, even you being, say, you or I is outsiders, right, to this small circle. If you're a certain type of outsider, even if you go to the Ivy League, it's not going to help you with certain types. That's why Trump is looked at.
But I'm telling you, if you're in Ivy League, I'm telling you, Ivy Leagues are gate kept. And the reason they are is because when you graduate from them, companies, Facebook comes to me so that they hire me, not the other way around. Okay, so it is gate kept for that reason. I want my kid to benefit. I don't want your kid to benefit. Your kid shouldn't come to Ivy League. My kid should go to Ivy League. There's a reason why it's gate kept. Gatekeeping exists solely for that reason that I'm telling you. I want to secure future benefit.
And my kid's gonna be a plumber.
Whatever your kid might be, I just want to secure future benefit for my child, and that does include preventing your child from getting access to that opportunity. It's gatekeeping. It's a thing, and there's and the proof to what I'm saying is that gatekeeping is a thing. Yes, you do increase the likelihood of your kid being successful by reducing the likelihood of other kids being successful. Fact. It doesn't have to sound good. It's just simply true.
Or you can get them work ethic and get them in the right place where people don't want to do certain stuff, and that there's money in the niches.
Work ethic is for the slaves. Then you're gonna end up like a tap dancing Protestant working from like an 8-4.
Well, but I'm not saying just work harder, not smarter. I'm like, yes, you're supposed to work harder and smarter, but you should work smart first. So if you work, if you work at the wrong thing, then you set yourself up to just be wage slave, as you would put it, right?
I would rather not work and have the hard workers and the smart workers work for me.
I mean that's a preference. That's a preference, but most people would rather. Most young kids want to be influencers, but ask them what they want to influence, and they can't tell you. I mean that's not work. That's not work.
Very debatable. I would rather not join a bank and be a whatever you call it, like a freaking receptionist. And 10 years, then I become manager. No, I would rather become manager the moment I set foot in the place. I would rather do that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pushing my kid tens and tens and tens of years ahead by pushing your kid tens of years behind. I am doing
but you're still going to instill like a certain level of work ethic in them, like when they're in their studying and stuff like that.
Fuck no, I'm going to teach my kid to cheat on exams. If you can cheat on an exam and you choose not to cheat, you're a faggot.
Then if they get found out to not know anything, what then? They get fired, and then now...
It doesn't matter. The richest people I know are the ones who were the worst at school. Like, I was good at school.
Well, I mean, like, I know C students that didn't apply themselves. In fact, I was like kind of a middle middle of the pack kind of guy, right? But I could apply myself if I wanted to. But there's plenty of wealthy people that are like that. But they didn't see the value in it. And it's not like, oh, I don't work hard. Yeah, like, you know, depends on what it is that I work hard for. I'm not just like slaving away at everything that I do. Some things don't require that much effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, you pick your battles, man.
Yeah, you pick your battles, but dude, I mean, I don't think you have more than $10 million, right?
No. But I'm around very, very well off individuals. And I'm in those circles because those individuals pick my brain.
I mean, I'm
yeah, but you say $10 million. I know people that have $10 million, like over that. I'm saying like but how do you get no tokens there, right? But do you have $10 million right now, though? And I understand the relative terms, but it's still a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. If you have $10 million as a retiree, you would be set to retire. In the United States. Most lifestyles in America right now aren't even to that level to where they can comfortably retire. So that's above whatever the normal is.
The reason why things are gate capped. Some people are in very high positions making $500,000 like their salary is $500,000 a year. These people exist and they're very incompetent. And the only reason they're there is because things are well gate capped. And that's exactly what I mean. That's good.
Combat ready. Is fighting with
you want to be inside the club.
Camps across the country are teaching kids the art of war.
I would love it if my kid can make $500,000 for doing nothing and knowing nothing. I would love that.
Hey Tim, are you there?
In Ukraine, kids as young as 10 are getting combat ready. Is fighting with Russia drags on secret military.
I'm probably not on the app.
Yeah, he's usually speaking. If he's on the app, he's probably sleeping. So would you not want your kid to make $500,000 a year for not doing anything or knowing anything? Like, I would love that.
I don't know. What is it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul?
How are you losing your soul if you're just occupying a position that you're incompetent, but it doesn't matter?
It's got to be more than money, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, purpose is like the most important thing. Huh. Yes, you want the finances and all that stuff, but like you have to be careful about that because I understand like if my kid was to do something that didn't really make any matter to anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
I never said that.
I know you didn't say that. I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm just adding a caveat.
Close your eyes and imagine this with me. Your kid makes $500,000 a year. $500,000 doesn't come with any job. That's a pretty damn good job. So what do you want? Other than the money, what do you want? Social status, but you got it. Teams working under you, but you got it. You're incompetent, that's fine. They're the ones working. You got it. Like, what do you want? What is there something that you want that you don't have? There's no money.
Yeah, but lack of confidence kind of goes against, like, I guess the core of myself.
They're all incompetent. Every single boss that I had was incompetent.
I'm not disagreeing with you, especially in large organizations. It tends to like kind of get a lot of those guys, like the middle managers and all that stuff, and even some upper level guys. I'm like, I don't want to be incompetent doing things or be known for that. Like, because like, listen to the sentiment that you're talking about these people with. You don't value them. I actually believe, like, you know, leaving stuff better than I found it. You know, being able to, like, you know, impress upon other people that you're around, like certain things or whatever, and setting certain examples. And like, I wouldn't want anybody to ever talk about me in this way.
I get that, but I admire them. I do think they're different, but I admire them.
Well, I don't know if you admire them as much as their position.
No, I admire them because they are able to achieve.
How you doing?
Okay.
Thank you for coming. First off,
my ass
I just want to say, like,
in
one of my core
academia my
values as a Christian and
I've
as a
been
man
busting my
is
ass
stand
off
firm in what you
to
believe
have
in.
a good
2021, I
This
enlisted into
guy
the
didn't
military.
do anything.
As far as
and
thank you for your service.
A good life. Yeah, I respect that.
As far as I know, is the only trainee.
Yeah, but is he just a boomer?
No,
no. Because I know a lot of boomers that tripped and fell into like situation, but they pulled the ladder up so their kids can't even have the same stuff.
No, I get that. I mean, the boomers. Let's take the boomers out of the equation because these guys are like special, like that. You know, things like that were more pronounced. Incompetence and things. That's more pronounced. But I'm talking about today, like someone who's 35 years old. It's not uncommon to find a 35-year-old in a very high position. He's super incompetent, but he's only there for certain reasons that have nothing to do with his skill set or his ability to provide. That guy, is he to be admired or not? I think he is. I do think he is. Like, for example, okay, how about this? I don't know what the title is. You know, this blonde girl that speaks on behalf of the president. She's like I forgot her name, so I can't even tell you. Press secretary. Exactly. How old is she? 26.
She's like what, mid to late 20s.
11 aviation incidents. Can you give us an update? I know, Mr. Secretary, the data suggests that it is safe to travel.
I think she is competent though in what she does.
No, I think she's good at what she does. I think her assembly good job. I don't think she's out of the world.
I don't know what level, like, cause like the last one that he had, Kayleigh McEnany, superb.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't choose her, but that's not my point, man. Okay, what about not Obama? What about the Biden one? That black lady.
Oh, she's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
She's terrible. Okay, fine.
Worse than Jen
She got the job. She's terrible.
Well, they hired them. Yeah, but the reason why they hired her is because she was like a lesbian of color. No lie.
Exactly, but that's what I'm telling you. But she got the job. She is to be admired. She is someone who is so unfit. Yet she made a shit ton of money. She made a shit ton of money, and she got the position that you've been working your entire life, your ass off.
So Rabbi, like especially like maybe it's the cultural piece that's in me or whatever, like with the background, like knowing about like certain histories. The last thing I would ever want to be is an incompetent black person in a position, a prominent position. That is the last fucking thing. That would disrespect like my grandfathers and those that came before as well.
Why would
we have a tradition in this country
because of all the shit they had to go through to show people that they were worthy of the things that they received. You know,
that's a matter of perspective, though. That's why I told you. Well, I didn't tell you, but I told Tim Rambleston. Life is exactly like a dick, and the size of the dick depends on the angle. So it's about perspective. So you're seeing it this way. What if I tell you this? What if I tell you it's the opposite? It's the opposite. Because your great grandfather and all our ancestors had hardships, but if your great grandfather was a slave, he worked his ass off and got nothing. And then after that, he worked his ass off to show people that he can be something. Okay, you don't have to work your ass off, yet you are above all else. Isn't that the biggest fuck you?
Well, I mean, I think the way you frame it, I wouldn't frame it like that, but I understand what you're going for now. But I do stand on the shoulders of giants, and the generation before makes it easier for the next generation, allegedly, right?
Oh no, I think it's opposite, but yeah, allegedly, sure.
No, but I'm saying that's what the grand pie in the sky thing is. That a lot of people a lot of people say,
People claim.
but they don't necessarily do it. I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I can accept that.
Yeah, so like it should get easier for the next generation or whatever. There should be a higher foundation or whatever or something like that. So everybody's not starting in on the ground floor, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you have everybody just start over constantly, over and over again? Doesn't make any sense.
I never said that I want people to start over, but what I'm saying is
no, but there's several generations I can point in the United States where that happens.
Great people are born great, and if you don't have to do anything to become great, you are great already.
I don't know about that, man. Because like there's several cases.
I would love to get the best job out there. Although I'm
but there's several.
Be ahead of everyone who is qualified because of
I can point to several cases across different societies and environments and all that stuff where that's not the case. Wait, hold up a second.
Probably.
Dave Thomas, right? The founder of Wendy's. He was an orphan.
Yeah.
Dude, by the time, didn't even graduate high school, man.
I totally get that. Some people went from nothing to a lot. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, and now their burgers suck.
Well, I mean that's after the fact though. But I'm saying like him, they put it in place and built this thing. Not saying the people who took it over are great too.
I don't think Wendy's burgers suck.
Yeah, but it's not kosher though. You're not even supposed to eat it.
Man, the only thing though, you can eat my ass. My ass is cooked.
Nah, that's gay. That's homosexual.
What's better, shawarma from Reem Shawarma or Wendy's cheeseburger?
I'm a shawarma guy.
Hey, I'm not familiar with that thing. So it depends on the shawarma. It depends on where the shawarma's from.
No, this is really shawarma.
Because they got some shit that's just as processed as Wendy's hamburgers. To be real.
I don't like it's I don't like it's like you can kick them, Anderson.
Why you don't like me?
Because he's brainwashed himself into thinking he's an actual rabbi when he's just a troll, Jordanian Greek Orthodox Christian shawarma cooking, kanafa eating, goat licking motherfucker.
No.
You said pain after? Did you say that?
Yitzchak knows I'm a rabbi.
No, you don't got Shemitah yet. You got to go to Chabad.
Yeah, you ain't got no Shemitah. You got Wasta, but you ain't got no Shemitah.
It's not talking about Shemitah. It's talking about
Shemitah,
Shmicha.
Shmicha. Rabbi, you just don't got it. You ain't got it.
Okay, Yitzchak, what is Shemitah? Can you tell me what Shemitah is?
Shemitah, isn't it Shemitah?
You got Shemitah, what is making the land rest, right? And you got Shmicha, which is trend.
That's right.
You got trend.
I'm going to be That's right. And you don't harvest because you want the poor people to harvest.
Dr. Australia.
Hey, Habibi, you know there hasn't been one since the first temple. So during the second temple, there was never even one.
No, the Shemitah years. Yeah,
there was not.
Last year or the one before it. Either last year or the one before it was Shemitah.
Yeah, I mean the
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Whenever there's a Shemitah year, the stock market booms because the Jews don't dump.
No, the stock market booms.
Ski. Dum ski.
They don't harvest profit. I'm telling you, on the Shemitah year, I keep an eye on the Shemitah year because I want to know what's going to happen to the stock market.
Rabbi, when I was in Jordan, I went to Mount Nebu and we went to this amazing restaurant up in the mountains and the cliffs.
Did you?
And then that's why you get moved. But it's actually true. Check every Shemitah year and check the stock market how it performs on every Shemitah year.
You know, Jupiter's gonna go in Cancer, so I'm gonna start making bread.
Jupiter's what?
Oh yeah, I know you're not that esoteric yet.
You're talking about that horoscope shit.
Well, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That's a violation of Torah. Can you read Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 15 to 18? Sorry, no. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10 through 14. Can you read that?
Hey, you got some crystals in here too?
What's bad about crystals?
Okay.
Okay. What?
Oh my god.
Well, we'll be on that for a while.
Wait, Jasmine called Bridget?
No, she was like in the background.
Nita, could you remove Doge?
Who is he?
Could you?
Okay. Okay,
I don't know who it is.
Alright, let's bring him up right here.
Ooh.
That's Adam.
Damn, Sahi. Nita's is humiliating you.
No, it's not Adam.
Do you want me to loud mic my phone like Adam's?
Oh Lord, why you like him, Uncle? What's wrong?
I like Adams, but Sahi doesn't like me because
What did you do to him?
Well, I'm like a mirror, and when he hears himself and I'm present, it's like it reverberates. It's an uncomfortable feeling for him. I'm a mirror. He's reflecting himself off of me. He doesn't like his reflection.
Is that what it is? That sounds like a whole lot of psychoanalysis, like armchair psychoanalysis, and I'm not sure you're qualified for that, dude.
Are you projecting?
No, I don't think I am. You're the one that's talking about mirrors and everything, like you're Lacan.
I'm just asking you a question, like, why do you feel uncomfortable when I'm present?
It's mostly just because I don't like being recorded.
Are you recording?
No, I'm actually in a movie theater right now watching a movie, so I'm not recording anything.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I've got like 10 YouTube accounts now of like 15,000 Clubhouse videos, but no one seems to care. So, I mean, it's a huge waste of time, but it's, labor of love. It's an art project. I mean, Sahi, have you ever even seen one of your videos of my recording of you? He's gonna kick me. Yeah, he kicked me. Isn't this a crazy game I'm playing, Dr. Australia? Like, I think it's hilarious. And, the fact that, like, people, this is my reputation, that guy who records people on Clubhouse, like, it's not a great reputation, but, like, compared to the, like, lack of reputation of everybody else, like, at least I have a reputation. That's my thinking behind it.
45 minutes, 30 minutes is. Yeah, see, that's why I said, like, the young bitches, you don't got.
I'm just worried, Dr. Australia, that, like, someday somebody's like, yo, let's go fuck that guy up, And it because they're so crazy and irrational, like, there's no reason to fuck me up, but, like, people be like, we'll get famous for fucking him up or something, because there's all these, like, little internet street beefs of, like, crazy people doing things or something.
Hey, 33, your car gonna be, yeah, boy. I said one time. This motherfucker, this Indian dude got more comeback than a lot of motherfuckers on Clubhouse. Y'all ain't listen to this.
Thanks for the confirmation, brother.
Yeah, 33.
He looks just like a PTR, too.
The sister, barking dogs never bite. Barking dogs never bite.
Man, follow the house at the top, man.
What did you do?
Yeah, man, follow the house, bro. Follow the house at the top.
Welcome back to another episode of Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing on a beautiful Thursday night because they got nothing better to do and they can't figure out what to do with their life. So here we are. We are 100. Only the real Get Back gang, a bunch of players, pimps, and hoes. Let's go! Do-do-do-do-do!
What is going on tonight, bro?
None of you motherfuckers know about Freddie Roosevelt and the Roosevelt. All you fake ass gangster wannabe hoes and pimps and players. We are 100.
Yeah. Whoever they is, just said add back. That's why I everybody say, this the fake Cat Williams.
Fake Cat
Why did
Williams.
they tell me to add you back? Who I used to follow you? Who you is, nigga?
I'm Doge Maga. I'm working for Elon Musk, aka Adrian Dittman. I'm eliminated the fraud, waste, and abuse in the Democrat industrial complex, which all of you African Americans are a victim of. Vote Republican. Turn your states red, my brothers and my sisters. Vote Republican.
Keep looking at it. This boy is a real character. I know what's going on. These are. We've been looking for new patients, you know.
Yeah, welcome. Here you talking about welcome.
Political Pete, welcome.
These are
Crazy ass D, welcome.
Hey, radio man. We gonna call him radio man. What you? Radio man, where you come from? You radio sounding summer bitch you? Bring it up.
He came from India with a IP man came from. They from India.
Oh, 33. My boy 33 from Morocco telling you, yeah, dog.
Nigga, that nigga is from Maui.
My dad is a 33rd degree Mason.
My dad is a 33 degree. Yeah, talk to him 33. No, I prefer the win by way. Yeah, no, that shit. Yeah.
That nigga wanna hear.
Facebook Marketplace and look at all the rooms for rent, okay, in Miami, okay, and send messages to the 5.
Where did that come from, Rella?
Well, I have no idea.
Okay, hold on.
I'd like to see these pictures.
Hello?
Okay.
Love it.
Oh God. Like, we shoot it? Yes.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Yo, Doge.
Love it?
We are talking about.
Never mind. You can kick him.
Oh man, right to it. That was funny.
It rattles. So, is this evolution?
Yeah. So no. So
I'm not gonna do this all night, Dr. Ashad. I'm gonna bounce out of here
for
soon.
example, within your own body, you have lots of inbuilt flexibilities. They're actually part of you, nausea. So, for example, if you are out in the cold, you will react and you will get goose pimples. Your capillaries will shrink in order to lose less heat.
Goosebumps. I don't know why people say goose pimples. That's what the camera says.
Did I say good pimples? Or did I say
you said goose.
Okay, so I'm speaking faster. Because I feel Khalid fiction provokes me.
No, it's okay. It's Cameron says goose pimples as well, and I start laughing.
I apologize. If you're in the heat, your capillaries will dilate in order to lose heat. If you also are in a very sunny climate, your body will actually produce more melanin. They're all inbuilt flexibilities. There are no genetic changes really happening here at this stage. So all adaptational skills are already built in your body.
This room's called It's Always That One Weirdo in the Clubhouse Rooms.
That shit was going crazy with the shenanigans. All the way, man. All the fucking way. So look, okay.
Hello? Who is it that one weird person always in the clown house rooms? Is it you?
They kicked me. But that was the name of the room. So I'm kind of looking for chillism again. See if I can find them. There they are.
Yeah, the more precise way to put it is what he's saying, Andrew, which is he wants it to be true.
Correct. Thank you.
I wish y'all just leave this man alone and stop trying to proselytize and force him to be something that you want him to be, and just let him be.
I think God.
You believe he's the Edomite? He's going to hell.
So I appreciate you lying from day one, dog. From day one, I appreciate you. Hey, look, we might be going separate places in your life, but at the end of the day, on this planet, we're kind of the same people, bro.
Yeah, you're definitely going to hell.
Yeah, you are the same people.
The point I was, and this is why I was kind of like going the way that I was going, is that God, like for me personally, I believe God has a plan for everybody, and He's on His time, not our time. And sometimes people get there at different times. So I don't hold judgment for anybody. Like I think that was a good story, bro, that you just shared, Mike. Appreciate it.
And I believe
and congratulations on your son too, bro.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I approve of that message, Mike.
Thank you, brother. Take care.
What type of idiot is walking around the hospital with a freaking death, and then you freaking
fucking asshole, but
freaking idiot.
Bro, I swear I had like a Grim Reaper. It wasn't a hospital, it was another place, but it was
like
just
somebody
weird. It
showing
was just.
up with that on at a funeral or something. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Welcome back to another episode of Chillism, where Andrew's world has merged because he's stupid. So naturally, Chillism and Andrew's stupidity have merged in a super industrial complex of stupidity.
Last long.
Andrew,
You should let Dittman stay. Come on.
Andrew, can you tell us what you think the best argument for God's existence is?
Probably tree, therefore God.
Okay, well, maybe could you develop that? Could you develop that a bit more for us?
Conditioning. Mental conditioning. Right, Andrew?
A lot of tradition. Awful lot of traditions.
Everything's
Andrew, could you please develop your argument?
That's one of the
I mean, it's self-evident. You see a tree, you just know there's
Andrew, you wouldn't be happy. You would get really mad at someone for answering you the same way.
I know, I was mad at.
Yeah, Andrew, come on.
What is this? So bear with me.
Let's apply some equal scales and measures here. But what happened, Andrew? Come on, are we gonna get your sincere?
You will. Just
witness.
Hey, Ethan, I thought Oriental. Hey, Ethan, I thought Oriental was like a slur. So yesterday, when you guys were using the Oriental or Orthodox Church or whatever, I thought you guys were trolling the whole time. Isn't that like that's not a slur?
It's just that's what we call ourselves.
A swap. Okay. So it is a slur or it's not a slur?
There's some people who've used Oriental as a slur, but
yeah, it
can also be used innocuous.
But it's not politically correct anymore. It's Asian.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, wait, I'm just
Ethan, I'm gonna
explaining.
leave it to you, bro. You got it. You tell them because they don't.
Yeah, so the Oriental Orthodox Church is distinct from the Eastern Orthodox Church, and Oriental, even to this day, is the standard terminology by which we refer to ourselves. The Oriental, it's like a synonym for East. So the Oriental Church it's in Egypt, it's in Ethiopia, it's in Syria, it's in Armenia, but it's just talking about the Near East.
So the context does matter 100%.
Occidental is contrasted against Oriental historically, and Occidental being that movement of the West, so it's contrasted against the East.
Hey, Ike, how do you know that God doesn't pump your heart every second that it beats?
Well, I would lower that down to physical components, but then again, I'm entirely open to the idea that that I can grant every single thing to a higher top-down position as well.
No, it's not it's the God of this world pumps his heart, which is the devil.
And maybe it's
Did you ever hear of Occam's blower?
What's that?
You ever heard of Occam's blower?
Like, instead of top down, you mean belower, like bottom up?
Like, always prefer more complicated explanations to simple ones.
Yeah, I hate people like that.
Unnecessary complexity is like 30% of chillism.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Maybe 50.
fucking blower.
Yeah, I didn't want to disrespect.
30% of chillism?
It means you're more educated, I guess.
It's using 10 words it's the opposite of using 7 words when 10 words. The opposite of using 10 words when 7 will do. So it's just over talking, over articulating, and just using big words to make it sound smart.
So what do you call people? Yeah, so what do you call people that use 50 words and never get to a point?
I mean, I think almost a good illustration.
99% of chillers.
A good illustration of this would be someone defining a concept in terms of its opposite, unnecessary.
We call them millet, and we call them Incan, and we call them eight.
Yeah, you gotta call it pops. Hey, what do you guys think about
not too much on it, man.
All right, so just real quick. So earlier today, there was a person that was sitting in an area that was not designated for him, and he was asked to leave.
Oh no.
Damn, they kicked me. Was that the setup? Or was he going into Carmelo Anthony? Well, that's the whole show. I can't even... I guess I could find one more Chillism account to get in with. This will be the last Chillism for the day. I know, right? They keep kicking me because... The truth is, everybody's ashamed of what they're doing. They're, like, wasting their time here, and including myself, but I have no shame, so... How does that work? I'm not so sure. Let's see. Is Jesus the Messiah?
Bless your heart, Johnny Bickle. Yeah, now I can get.
That's because you're a cowboy, Johnny. That's good. That's right.
You know who you remind me of, Johnny? You sound a lot like Sam Elliott.
Praise the Lord Jesus Christ is Master and King of the universe. Praise the Lord Jesus.
What the fuck is this?
That was
He's a troll.
Okay, Republican, you can't give a shit for talking about atheism and religion, and then we're not doing it, and then you're starting it now. Like, so you're the problem.
You want to give me the phone number? Nah, it's alright.
That was great.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day on Clown House our daily dopamine so that we may also create dopamine. Let not the dopamine demon find us, nor we may seek out the dopamine demon.
Amen.
All this I pray in the name of the ultimate dopamine, Jesus Christ. Amen.
When he said all that, all of my furniture levitated. Like, just chill out, okay? Just chill out. I don't condone
I'm getting aroused right now. Could you please? Yeah.
Jesus wasn't a couch potato. He was a liberator.
See, he's a troll. He was funny as hell.
He was a Terminator. Jesus liked to kill children. He bashed their heads on rocks.
Do you think Jesus ever had a girlfriend?
No, but he for sure had a boyfriend.
Projection.
Stuff going, you know.
He gave that boyfriend a good old pickle tickle.
Projection.
Yeah, but you know, that's what I always say about Jesus. Jesus was the mob boss. You better go along. You better go along or there's going to be trouble.
I could say the same thing about you, Wisdom. You're saying, do you think he had a girlfriend? That could be projecting, too. You don't know if he was gay or straight.
Pretty sure Jesus was straight, and he was conservative, and he was a hippie, though. I think he was a conservative, libertarian, pot-smoking philosopher.
Really? Did he even have the hipster haircut and wear Buddy Holly glasses and flannel?
Is that a projection?
And had gauged ears.
All he did is hung out with men.
Exactly.
It's not true. He hung out with prostitutes. He consulted them at the water well.
Yeah, and there were men prostitutes back then.
He went to the female prostitutes just for the sex, right? So maybe
Blasphemy! Heretic, kick him to the goo!
How is it blasphemy if it's not an ideology I hold?
I dare you to say Jehovah.
Jehovah.
Blasphemers! Kick them to the goo!
Have you guys ever seen the Ricky Gervais take on Noah's Ark? And he does it from a child's book perspective. Oh, it's great if you ever get a chance.
I'm gonna check that out. I love him. I haven't seen it.
It's hilarious.
It's great. Yeah. Oh, I love that one.
Would it be hard to put a link in the chat so I can open the tab in my browser, Johnny?
Let me do that. I can do that.
I very much appreciate it.
I saw that YouTube clip now.
والله أمي باكستانية.
Huh?
وبيي كمان.
Okay. What? How many accounts do you have, dude? How many accounts does this?
You hear that? Dr. Prince is like, how many fucking accounts do you have? Well, I got like 6 accounts, but you only have 1 account, Dr. Prince, because you lose 1 account a week because you are spreading terrorism here on the app.
I don't win, I don't collect. And I win 98% of the time because that's how I collect.
Ooh.
You can say that's like this. You're gonna have a very hard time. You're gonna have a very hard time demonstrating this. You're not the first person to try to make these claims.
No, I mean Joseph Artwell.
I can't find Cho's one,
Makes
unfortunately.
all the claims he puts. Like he has a lot of evidence.
Dr. Australia, do you have a second burner account? Can you go into Chillism and just live stream it into this room? Can you come up on stage and just live stream Chillism in here on your other burner account?
No, did not.
You can also see, yeah, it is. It's not. It's a historical.
That'll drive them crazy. And then we need to like have another burner account go in and drop the link and be like, admin is still streaming the room, and they'll be like, who the fuck is streaming the room? Who the fuck? Which account is it? Which account? We'll drive them crazy. But I need your help, Dr. Australia.
Job. That's what you're saying.
No, well, I would say no. The Book of Job is from Hakon, and it tells a lot of the secrets, and it's only of the one opinion, right, of Amoriam, right, Resh Lakish.
Yeah, but we don't even know if
opinion. But then you read like the oldest, it says that his lineage could have been from Esav, so it could have been, Yov could have been a real person, but I don't think it was in the Levant. I think it was more like, maybe North Yemen or something, because it talks about the Sabine.
And that's fine. That's beautiful. He could have been a real person, but we don't even know that. We don't know if he's a real person or not. We don't know.
I don't. It's not. To me, it's not a big deal, because to me, like, if Yov is, it could be, because I mean, Resh Lakish, that's what he said, that it's allegorical. So I mean, I have no issue with that, because it's what it teaches, right? It's a lot of truth, a lot of a lot of esoteric secrets within.
I just drug a nigga with one word, porn. What do we know, nigga? The fuck? Come on, fuck what a nigga want to say to me right now. Let's go, man. Fuck it.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Low IQ Dumb People wasting their lives on a social audio chat app on a beautiful Thursday night talking about nothing. Free smoke!
It kicked me. There was a ton of people in that room. Oh man, it's gotta drive them crazy to just like get roasted like that. Okay, Dr. Australia, I'm gonna end this room. Jump to my other room.
Oh, he's a Sufi though. So
Yeah,
you should defeat him.
A1 said I haven't unliked him. I mean, hey.
That cannot be possible. Hijazi, who's a Sufi. No,
He's gonna take video ass. Come up, A1.
A1, say it's not true. Bro, say it's not true, bro.
You know what?
It's impossible, bro.
And
I dabble with the soul.
Double. Man said double.
Dabble like it's magic.
يا قحطاني شوف لي هذا اللي بالشات A1 يقول لك حجازي ومتصوف. تخيل يعني جداوي متصوف.
I'm sorry, A1. I would normally back you, but you said you were Saddamist, so, and you also chatting shit about Maghreb and Amir al-Mu'minin.
I mean, let's be real.
Let's not be real.
Being Saddamist is better than being allied with the Zionist entity.
I would never ally with the Zionist entity. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
But I mean, your kingdom is.
Wait, let me ping Yoko in here. Yeah, that's right. Why do I even?
Oh gosh, no.
Yoko.
Why do I bother going?
Bring Yoko. I miss her. Wallah. I actually miss her. Wallah, bring her.
any suggestion that Noha brings, just make sure to do the exact opposite.
No, Yoko is like my bully. No, she's my bully, but I'm like getting attached to her. I kind of like being bullied by her.
And Kindi, you're a fan of Saeed Folda?
He's Ash'ari then.
If he's a fan of Saeed Folda, then he's not gonna think highly.
Wait a second. Fatma, if you wanna be on stage,
JD though.
you have to cover yourself. Then you're welcome on stage. Who's the church?
Dang, one of the boys caught a moose. Nice.
Wait, Al-Kindi, who are you? Speak some. Al-Kindi. Fatma, change your PTR and you can come up. Who's I'm a jihadi? From what country, sir? Kick who?
This guy, whoever the fuck he is.
From Syria?
This never is not from Syria.
Well, I mean, I can know if he is or isn't. It's not that.
He has an American flag in his bio, bro.
That's fine. He lives in America, just like you.
Yeah,
Are you still away from your phone?
Look at his bio.
Do you know what? Do you know what Goo told me? What he used to do as a kid? You won't believe this shit. He said when he used to be bored at home, nothing to do, he would actually go to the kitchen and count the beans in the bean bag. Chapati, are you good with the jack now? Yeah, you laugh.
Wait! I thought I buy canned beans. How would I be able to?
That Christmas is a special occasion. The beans.
So we get bagged beans on Christmas.
Okay, Goo, I want you to be completely transparent right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
How many have you guys, you and your family, right? When you throw barbecues, how many failed attempts at barbecuing beans have you had?
Dude, the number is so massive I can't count.
Yemeni, what are you doing? Trying to hack the telephone?
Prince, you got control of the room, and I thought you were, give you mod. You're gonna turn it up.
Jumped off the truck on its way to a kind woman paid a high price to save it in a
Yeah, we're all falling asleep.
It is an
Your
order
fault.
with which we have
How
nothing
about
to
you
do.
sing? How about you sing for us, Jack? Sing for us.
I wanna destroy people's eardrums right now. But I'll play a song if you want.
Patrick Bateman. He's such a lightweight.
Hey, can we talk to the jihad?
Why is Khafi like crashing out on the Asharis? I'm dead.
Who are all these
Dr.
people
Prince, check my PTR.
I don't know, bro.
like
just...
Mullah Omar? I can tell you, Mullah Omar.
Have you seen my new business card, Patrick?
Listen,
The paper's called Bone.
These are all without mentioning.
Bro, the Asharis.
You don't mention the name Mullah Omar without saying Allah Yarhamah.
It's deprived.
Alright, but
That guy looks like ice.
They are Ashari's,
yeah,
but
that guy looks like
friends.
yeah, but he's done
They confirm me.
fight.
Why did they confuse you?
Yeah, Mullah was a man amongst men.
Anyway.
Because I was complaining about Misyar and Bishop was there, and this was that I was teaching Qatar like information against Islam and Kufar. I was literally just bitching about how people use Misyar to abuse women. No, I'm saying it's abused like by men, like to pump and dump
Okay,
women.
It's not. It's that you don't get the for that. I don't know, Mullah Omar, where you get your.
There's a no, but the thing is with Michelle, there's ikhtilaf on using it today. So and the argument against it is the issue of the ability to have it exposed to you.
How does it oppress women when the agreement in Misyar has to be between a man and a woman? The woman has
Because
to
of
be
the fact that the people can.
Hold on, let me finish. A woman has to be willing.
Wait till I'm done. Wait till I'm done. Wait till I'm done. I wasn't finished.
هذا يعرف كل شيء عبده فيش يعرف كل شيء.
It's always the people. It's always those trying to.
Misyar in his agreement between a man and a woman. A woman has to be willing and a man has to be willing.
Yes, I know. I'm not saying it's impermissible if you actually shut up.
No, the
and wait
answer
for
was
me
for
to
Nuha,
finish.
not for you. I don't know.
I'm discussing the issue of ikhtilaf on the matter. Like, what I don't know what it is. What it is with people on Clubhouse and adult children.
Some ulama say some say no. Some say yeah. We know that part. I'm telling you what it is. It's an agreement between a man and a woman.
Yes, I know what misyar is.
So how does it oppress women? Is what I'm trying to understand.
Okay. Is because of the fact that people will try to use certain loopholes involving it and exploit the loopholes.
So you trying
to the point where in some cases it leads to dude. Okay, are you going to actually let people answer your question, or are you taking talking over them while they're answering the question?
Tell me that our women are really stupid and they always fall in the trap, or they're not stupid.
Okay, the reality is that people in general are fucking stupid.
Are you one of them, or are you?
And women aren't the exception. Women aren't the exception.
Are you one of the stupid
I've
people?
seen some really stupid women in my life. I've seen them. Like Clubhouse has no shortage of those as well.
He's right.
I've seen him too.
I wasn't taking the position to defend women's rights. I was going over the differences of opinion, and I was explaining them until Jay Zion decided to start talking. Anyway, so when it comes to that, right? That's the argument that they say that it's not available, that it's not allowed today. The ones that say that it is simply because of the fact that it comes from the time of the Sahaba, and the Prophet never forbade it. The Sahaba never forbade it. The Salaf never forbade it. So that's the evidence in support of it. I hold the view that it is halal, by the way. So it's not me speaking against it. It's me being impartial, speaking about the matter for what it is.
Yes, Nuha.
Not even my own opinion.
Nuha went silent. What happened, Nuha?
Oh, I'm here. I was just in the side chat.
She's on chat.
Because haqq, but you gotta understand, Jay. Haqq is ruqya for Nuha.
No. Let me just say something. So I'm not saying in a strict 50 sense. Haram. I know it's allowed to have a permissible, although some would say it's makruh, right? But like I'm saying, when it's used,
which we concede both may now be really possible,
so
any one become impossible only at the very moment when the other excludes it by becoming real itself.
Where they're just like the way you have to like sell it to them, it entails an element of dishonesty. Usually, the men will make it seem like oh, like this, we're still together forever. Like, oh, we just need to do this for now. Like, oh, I can't afford to do this, or like they'll give some kind of reasons, but she expects him to stay. But he normally uses it to like have intercourse with her, and then to drop her for like somebody else.
How many people
So
that happened to Anuha?
Like I've read testimonies online on
No,
Reddit.
I don't care. How many people you know personally that have been through?
I didn't even know what Musiara was until I went online. Like it's not something that people practice in my community, to be honest. But when I went online and I started reading up
How
on
about
it,
you
I
live
was
in
hearing
Europe? You
about
don't
it a
need
lot.
Misyar, you
I
don't
went on
need
YouTube.
Zawaj Aslan.
I did my like online research, and like it turns out a lot of women just end up like not happy because they end up feeling used.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a situation in the United States of America and in my community. Misyar is actually very, very popular right now, especially for divorcees. Divorcee, in other words, women that have children, or have daughters, or have multiple children in the household. She wants a man, halal. In other words, she wants to have a normal, halal husband. At the same time, she does not want to live with him for certain restrictions because of her daughters, or because of her children, or because of his job, or she has her own house, she has her own car, she has her own life. And she has a husband whenever she needs what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala halla for her. Her and her husband, for somehow, some way, they have their own place, and that's what she does. So I don't believe there's anything wrong with
No,
it.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
In certain situations.
I think what I disagree with is when a woman who doesn't want this, and then these men, like some of them are dawah men, they will go, right, and they will sell them and try and convince them to do this, and convince them that it's what they want, when it's not what they want. And they think that this man is in there with them forever because they actually like love this man. And then he just uses them for sexual gratification and loses them. Look, if the woman herself knows what's in on it, and they both like are completely honest and transparent about what this is gonna entail, obviously I think it's actually a really good thing. Oh, he's literally on a call. Because then like it's like a way to like not have intercourse with like casual sex with randoms and to prevent zina. But yeah, it's wrong when it entails deceiving a woman who doesn't want to be in this, so that you can like just have sex with her. That's what I was talking about.
Hey, Nabil, how you doing? Hi, Nabil.
Oh, hi, Prince. How have you been?
How are you doing? You good?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
So, Nabil, what do you think of Monsieur?
What do I think of Misyar? It's basically prostitution with extra steps.
Yeah? What else?
It's stupid and retarded.
The fuck up you think I'm gonna take your opinion on that?
How is it prostitution? That's like more like muta, to be honest. Because like with Misyar, you don't even have to like pay her. Like,
I said with extra steps. I didn't say that it's just plainly prostitution.
No, but prostitution means paying.
I guess marriage is prostitution with extra steps to you too.
Okay, fine. It's cheating with extra steps.
No, it really isn't. It really isn't. And quite frankly, the opinion of a Masihi Ashuri on this matter is like, as
That's what I think of it. I wasn't the one who asked.
anybody who asks your opinion on the matter is a donkey and deserves to be flogged in public in front of their house.
You're the
You know what? I feel like saying something edgy. I feel like saying something super edgy to Nuha, but I'm not going to.
No, say it. Do it. It's fine. Go ahead.
No, Nabil's not up here. Never mind. Because Nabil would have gotten it.
And
I was gonna mention something about. Something about you being sent off to Simcoe instead of Nabil's people.
I don't get the joke. Am I dumb?
Genocide jokes. It's a genocide reference.
Because
we love those.
My country never endured the genocide, so I don't understand genocide references. Like my leaders were pragmatic and we were able to avoid being
I mean, you guys enslaved free blacks. I mean, there's
that was
that.
such a bad take.
Sorry, wait, Simco, are you talking about the same man who ran away from After in every battle?
Yeah, Simcoe Shikak, Simcoe Shikak and Lexa Bedr Khan Shikak. But even in terms of that retreat, right? It was like you guys had the help of the British.
And they had the help of the army.
You guys didn't even.
We did it by ourselves. You think we only did it with the British?
No, you didn't.
What about the Battle of Shaw? Yes, we did. The only stuff that Simcoe didn't realize, but this is
and at the end of the day, you guys still cry about Simcoe. You guys still cry about Simcoe, about the he busted your cheeks. He busted Ashuri cheeks.
Oh my God! He literally dressed up in a hijab to run away from us. All it was it did not even say it just took a bunch of Assyrians. Your own Kurdish sources say that one Assyrian soldier.
بخاف اقول له يا زبي المحن.
The Kurds are literally getting spit by the Turks nowadays.
I mean, let's see, what? There's over 20 million Kurds.
I don't care if there's 20 million Kurds. You're still getting spit out by the Turks.
You guys are literally self-hating Chaldeans. You sucked up. Hold on, you guys sucked up to the British in exchange for being paid for 7,000 British pounds. 7,000 British pounds. You sold your identities. You guys said, "Oh, we're gonna be Assyrians now. We're not Chaldeans."
نبيل انت بتاكله؟ والله قسما بالله نفسي اقول له زبي بس بخاف اني اقول له زبي ينمحن.
I got ABK on the homies, bro. You can try. ABK on the homies, bro. You're sleeping on roaches. On the homies, bro. You look like a bad dog. Homies, bro. You look like an Uncle Fester. ABK, but you're dead. Homies looking ass, bitch.
No, I think I need to follow up.
You need friends out the app, bitch. I was just with my friends Central, and bitch Central, you can try me, bitch. I'm gonna knock your bald-headed ass. Anyways, I don't know why Central keep trying me. Like,
No, I found a commodity
Central.
Central.
But I know, look, I have good pussy, but it can't go around to everybody. No shame. Like sexualized or effeminized black men because he doesn't like you. Mom, let me tell you something. When you eat them niggas' ass, that's you sexualizing and feminizing. And when you eat that fat tongue up their whole mouth, that is you emasculating them. That is you sexualizing them. Okay? Okay, Mom? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, say gay ass nigga, what the fuck? You was weird as here. Dirty ass nigga, what the fuck? This is why Trump wants y'all all at the fucking border. Gay ass up, bitch. Gay ass nigga talking about eating niggas' asses. Yes, girl. Tell me how you really hate me. Tell me how you really be throwing shade towards me, bitch. Tell me. Yes. Let the world know, girl.
Who these ugly assholes you got, Drew? Drew got them ugly bitches on stage. Drew always got them ugly bitches. It's a fact. Then Drew be out here with trannies.
ABK, your mama ugly, bitch. Your mama ugly in her 27-piece, bitch. Your mother is ugly. I'm sick and tired of y'all black men over here trying to have a preference in women when y'all mama will look like a motherfucking ham hock with a 27-piece and a lunch lady motherfucking special with a motherfucking fishnet on. Okay? Talk about your ass mama and then talk about people on this motherfucking stage, bitch.
Bad connection, orange bar. Can't hear you. So sorry. Ugly ass motherfucker. Drew, get them trannies off stage. Get them trannies off stage, Drew.
A tranny.
Get them trannies off stage.
Nigga, I'm a man, nigga. I'm a motherfucking man, bitch. So what the fuck are you? You a pussy ass motherfucking nigga with a fat ass motherfucking mama laying on that bitch ass motherfucking couch with her diabetic motherfucking neck. Bitch shaped like a motherfucking ham hock. Bitch shaped like a turkey, bitch. Pussy and motherfucking click. Dragging through the whole motherfucking shit. Girl, everybody shut the fuck up like I said it became, bitch. All the dead homies, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. And now, bitch, you doctor now, bitch, talking shit in the motherfucking goo, bitch. Girl, keep talking shit.
Get this trannies off stage, Drew. I got poor connections, Drew, my bad. Get the trannies off stage, bro.
It's okay, myself.
Get the trannies off stage. Drew be fucking them nigga bitches. Drew be at, that's why he ain't easy. We call him Easy face. You all ever seen Easy face without the filters?
I came in because I saw that an American citizen is being held by ICE.
Here we go. Pathetic Daniel.
I have half my life I've spent in the States. I have a nonprofit I founded in Texas. I have a for-profit in Wyoming. My son is American. My brother's American. I couldn't be as close to American without being one as anybody could.
But
and I've asked people before this election took place. Asked people if they know whether the Constitution of the United States applies to human beings or only those who hold a passport. And of course, nobody can really answer this question because if you ask an actual lawyer, they would tell you it's persons, not citizens.
Love you too.
Applies to.
Love you
so
too.
It's like shocking. Fuck when
love,
you
love,
have
love.
ICE holding. I mean, I can see them having the wrong email address and sending it out to American citizens, telling them to deport. Like I try to give them every break I can. But the fact of the matter is, if you've never crossed the border as a non-citizen, you'll know that the rights of people at the border itself, including U.S. citizens, by the way, is non-existent. Those border guards can do whatever the fuck they want, and they'll never be held liable. Promise you that's true. But once you get inside, whether you're there legally or illegally, you're a human being, and you're covered by a certain Bill of Rights and a Constitution. We shouldn't have to wait to be shocked that it's done to an American citizen. Any human being that is not given due process is a harm to the country that speaks for it. Not whether it's a harm to the individual prisoner, but I can tell you right now, we're going to be seeing movies in about 5-6 years, and we're going to find out that those people in El Salvador, like 300 or 400 of them, of the 500 that they took on mass or whatever that number was, had no criminal record at all. Promise you we're going to find that out.
We already know that, and I can tell you you're right, because I used to date a Border Patrol agent, and let me tell you, she had no problem flouting her authority. Oh, she was very proud of her. I used to say she was a power-hungry megalomaniac, and she would be like, oh, absolutely, I know it.
Yeah, it's just hard to imagine if you're not close to that or you've never traveled across the border. I mean, even in good times, that was always true. And now, like, there was a Canadian who had been, you probably already heard this story, I guess, of the Canadian actress who already previously had a work permit, came in the exact same way she did before, with her lawyer the same way before, and she crossed in San Diego.
This room is by PhD, the great guy's big fat piece of shit.
Like a Canadian who'd already previously been accepted, and no, it's not like you discovered a crime about her or something.
That's Amari.
Just like it's totally at their
Bunch of Democrats.
These guys at the border, I'm telling you.
Trump posted on his either Truth Social or the X app that people with dual citizenship were going to be getting deported. It's not a secret. He's not about just the illegals. He's going after, just like you say.
I didn't hear that. He said that, Karine.
I have to post. I'm going to try to post it. Yeah, he posted it.
Was that like tonight or sometime back?
No, that was like 3 weeks ago. I screenshotted it. Yes, people are going to be deported. You could Google it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Okay, on that one. By the way, are you familiar with the actual what actually happened during the voting process?
Well, so I mean, my conclusion
with the voting thing is that it didn't. The 2 votes were
You
not needed.
no,
That-
you
that- if
A1,
you had 31
A1.
votes.
Who's the rightful
You were
caliph
above
after the
the
Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
2/3
I'd
or
like to
whatever,
know your
whatever the
response.
number was that
I
was the
don't
needed
give a
vote.
shit what either one of you respond.
Do you remember what my argument was?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, you didn't.
He's like,
I do remember your argument, but I think you were kept not responding to the thing of, hey, mathematically, this 31 is 2/3. Like you just kept not.
No, I said that. I submitted that early on. But what was my actually argument? Because I didn't actually bring the number up. He did. Do you remember what my argument was?
I mean, you were saying that you could read sources that said that 33 was needed, but I didn't see like a deeper them saying why, if 31 counts as 2/3, why 33 was
Oh,
needed.
hey,
Like
Dr.
you did give sources
Julian.
of people saying that, but they didn't give
Our gay
justification
terrorist
for that.
has arrived. Hi, Julian.
So my actual
Don't shoot up
argument
any schools
was
or
that
anything now, Julian.
at the time,
Don't suck any
they
dicks
said,
this
because I was
weekend,
telling
Julian.
you were making your
Don't
case,
stick
your
a
whole
dick in
entire point was
anybody's
that
house. It's not a
black
projection.
people should be more
Don't kill
thankful
any
to Jews.
United
That was your
healthcare
case.
workers,
That's
Julian.
what you said.
It's not
You were
cool to
talking
kill
about in the civil
people.
rights era why black people should be
Oh,
more
hi,
thankful for
Grace.
Jews now. And you were talking about
I'm
Kanye
incorporating
West, you were
Julian
talking
into my
about
show now. It's
Louis
my new
Farrakhan,
stage
and you were
character. It's
saying
called
these are
the
examples of
Julian.
black people not being thankful. You remember
Everything
that?
I say is like the way Julian says
And then my
it.
response to you was, wait, hold on.
What do you think about it,
Jewish
Julian?
people should be more thankful to black people. And then one of the
Oh, hi,
things I talked
Bima.
about
Welcome
was
to
the fact
Chillism, the mind virus. You're a part of it.
2 black nations
You're a part of the virus,
time
Bima. You propagate the virus.
to make you guys
So they
a
kick you,
state.
and then you just leave, and you're like,
Right?
fuck all you motherfuckers.
UN
You're all
partition.
idiots. And then you leave, and you're like, wait a
And
minute.
they were the last
They're
ones to
stupid
do
or
that.
am I stupid?
And
I can't
you
even tell
guys
anymore.
at the time, Jewish people at the time, felt like they were needed. That without them, they wouldn't get this passed. This is what Jewish
Tali and Nathan are brain
That was
dead
my argument.
retards, just
And
FYI.
then what he
Nathan
retorted
is
to say
actually
was,
has like the
wait, hold on.
intelligence of an 8th
And I'm
grader.
gonna
I don't know
post
if you
this
know
in the
that,
chat,
but
'cause I
he
want
actually
this
has
to- I
brain
want this
damage
to actually read this together. 'Cause we don't
because he
even have
thinks
to
gender is a social construct. That's how
debate
stupid he
about it.
is.
Like, I want you to check this thing. I just put a link at the
Nah,
top.
nah,
You see
nah,
it?
nah. Gender is a social construct.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what I want you to do, right? Click that link at the top. And then scroll. It's a long. It's like a long read. But hold on. Scroll all the way down. Scroll all the way down. Hold on. Let's scroll all the way down. Ultimate Board 2 special. Hold on. Keep. One spreading push. Hold on. Let's see. Frustration effects. Plus, it's like at the very bottom almost.
I think I found it. But can you hear me right now?
Hold on. Almost at the very bottom. There's a.
Bye,
area that
Bima.
says-
Hope you have a great evening. Go to the gym, read a
now it
book.
says- Hold on. Doing the climatic. It's a very long section.
Wait, can you hear me right now or no?
Yeah, I can hear you. What you said?
Yeah, I found it. So it's if you control F for parliamentary procedures, you'll
Oh no! That wasn't the part I wanted you to
Sorry,
read.
the YouTube wrote.
What I wanted you to read
Oh,
was
never mind.
hold on. Next 3 hours. Hold on. God damn, this guy.
Always do the right thing, Julian. Never hurt anybody. Just be nice. You're a pretty nice person, so I don't think you're gonna kill anybody. But you know, I'm just saying, be careful. Don't get angry, Julian. It'll ruin your life. Don't be angry. Be happy. Be a peaceful person. Just spread joy. Don't stick any knives in anybody's football players' hearts.
4 countries were the target. Like control F for that.
And if you ever meet Mangione and like you think you're attracted to him, just know that he's a murderer and like you're a good person.
There's a section. It's like almost all it is. Obviously, it's a long article. So there's a section. I'll read it out loud. Here's what it says.
Just reading out loud. Reading out loud.
Not just by Zionists, but by colleagues in Congress, signaled Niles that she would not mind having a little American influence exerted where it might do some good. Here's what it said. 4 countries were the target of the most intense pressure over Thanksgiving holiday. So I'm pretty sure you know they delayed it from the 26th to the 29th. This was Thanksgiving holiday. It said 4 countries were the target of the most intense pressure over the Thanksgiving holiday. Haiti, Philippines, Liberia, and Greece had all announced opposition to partition on Wednesday. Each of them was susceptible in one way or another to American influence. If just 3 could be persuaded to change their votes and everything else held firm, partition would carry. So this is what I was referring to. So are you familiar with this?
No, I mean, I'm not that familiar with the history.
Yeah, so this is what I was referring to at the time. Their politic was, damn, we need these countries. We need at least 3 out of 4 of these. And if you know anything, Greece didn't vote. They didn't vote in you guys' favor. They voted against. So they were saying they needed these 3. This is what I said in the room. And what your boy was trying to say is it's not true. Right. That was the contention.
Yeah.
I'm not tracking, Alan. Could you summarize this? What are you saying?
At the time, essentially what the New York Times just said, they needed 3 out of 4 of those for the partition plan to pass.
When you say they needed 3, who?
Well, just go to the article. Yeah, just read the article. That's why I read it.
I read the article, but you're trying to bring our attention to something. Can you summarize your point?
Exactly what the article just said. That at the time they needed 3 out of 4 of those countries for the partition plan to pass.
And what? They didn't get the partition plan they wanted?
No, they did. I'm talking about the UN Resolution 181.
Right. Okay. So what's the point? That they needed 3 countries?
Yeah. And what Mark was disagreeing. He was saying they didn't need these countries. That was the debate that we were having.
Okay. And you're saying that this article asserts that they did, in fact, need the approval of 3 countries in order to engage in a partition plan?
Well, they needed 33 countries. What I was trying to explain to him was that these were the last countries.
And what exactly is the import of this debate you had with someone a while ago?
Well, it was with Sam. Well, okay, so, all right. We was in Sam's room, all right? And we were talking about different things that... me and you have talked about this. I don't even know what we're talking about. Man, I've been in your rooms, and we've talked about this before, so this isn't the first time I've said this.
I've never discussed a New York Times article from 19...
Oh, it wasn't a New York Times article. It was this particular topic, though.
I know.
Hold on, Ms. Ed, relax. Keep talking over.
I'm relaxed. I just don't know what you're trying to say.
Okay, very simply. Jewish people often talk about what they did for black people. They never talk about what black people did for Jewish people. Simple.
Okay, and you're saying that the black people did something very useful here and the Jews don't have gratitude for it?
Yeah, I'm saying, generally speaking, when you talk to Jewish people, they talk to you all the time about what they did for black people. They never talk about what black people did for them. Yeah, it's a very common thing.
And you're saying this article is evidence of what black people did for Jews? Wouldn't it just be evidence of a few countries and how they helped the Jewish state?
Yeah, they were black countries, yes. Without the help of these black countries, you don't get your state. That's the point.
No, I mean, listen, strictly speaking, it would be fair to say you owe gratitude to the state of Liberia, maybe even all Liberians, but not all black people.
Well, no. Well, I don't owe all Jewish people. You know what I'm saying? That black people don't owe all Jewish people.
No, exactly.
Well, hold on, McZed. It's the same conversation. So
you wouldn't owe anything.
No, McZed, you're losing the thread. I'm not.
Possible.
What I'm saying is very simple.
The whole time I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, what I'm saying is very simple. I am not saying Jewish people need to thank every black person in the world. I am saying the conversation that is